Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to today's stream, where I'm going to be playing, or testing, the latest version of the Fenton Forest match by Stevie, version 2. So let's get into this. We're going to load up a new map. That'll do. Mod-wise, we pretty much deselect everything. We're not going to use any mods because that's the best way to test that this actually works. Bar a couple of things which are in here somewhere, which we do want. We're not going to test course play on it. Again, I'm going to keep that pretty separate. I'm not even going to use all of Stevie's vehicle mods. Need the Fenton Forest one, we can't do that. Final time scale adjustment, we'll probably use that. I'm not going to use grass patch or ground level replaceable. We are going to put in loads of mods. We're putting in Mahindra? We're putting in a Mahindra. I'll probably ought to go and add the John Deere Gator at some point then. No crosshair, we'll have no crosshair. We will be rocking the place anywhere mod. Let's play a speed. Let's get back up to the top. I think I missed a mod somewhere. So we're going to make sure we select what we want. So we want the Gator. That is a fact. We'll put that in as well. Should be camera somewhere. Did I miss it? No, I selected disable camera collision. Okay, that's fine. In which case, we're good to start. We're good to go, as they say. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today out there in stream watching land and everything? How is everybody doing? Start. Quick go into the options. Let's first of all make sure everything we want is set. 5 times, normal, traffic alarm, dirt. I'm going to turn dirt off actually. Automatic engine start is off. Stop and go braking is on. We're not going to have any of the helpers buying stuff. Line required. I always turn weeds off. You know what, I'm going to turn lime off. I don't want to be messing around with that nonsense. Got a couple of transport missions, a couple of contracts. Got some animals again. He gives us the animals to start with. We've got 100 grand in the bank. We've got some vehicles. A whole bunch of sell points. Farm windrow sales is up the top. Wood chip sales is down the bottom. Still got quite a lot of choices on where to sell your bulk crops in the middle. Right, so what we're going to do then is, I believe, oh look, that's new. He's changed some of the vehicles, look. There was a truck and trailer here before. He's now giving us something different. What's he giving us? 6250R, an 8400R, 1050 Vout, 939 Fent, TGS 4x4, the CR1090, the Chrome, the Hyperion, the KS950, the Agroliner, okay. Some of the he's took away some of the vehicles then that you started with. You've only got the one harvester now. That's interesting. Let's have a look at a few other things as well. Miscellaneous. Yeah, he's got rid of the duplicated workshop thing, which was in the last version. That's good to know. Let's have a quick tab round then. So we've got the Crone there for doing grass. Okay. We've got the Fenton 1050, so that's not changed. Neither has that New Holland. That's not changed with the skinny wheels. That's not changed. As I say, that's not changed. That hasn't changed, because that's the one I did the map tour with in the original video that's up on YouTube. That's not changed. This is new. This is something completely new. So what is that? That's just a trailer for carrying stuff? Carting stuff? Looks like it. Okay, let's have a look at the old map then. Zoom out a bit. We will remember to put on grass so we can see all the grass fields, all nicely dark green. Growth. Okay, we've got a bit of growth. We've got 2 fields that need harvesting, fields 1 and 2. They also need to be ploughed. So we've got what we got. We've got wheat and we've got oat being grown at the moment. Okay. Turn off the help menu. We're not going to be needing much of that. We will do some straw to start with. This is the first field we get to harvest. A nice big field. So I did the original map tour video on the version 1 of the map, which, as I say, the video is up on the YouTube channel if anybody wants to go and watch it and see what the map's sort of about. I'm not going to do a map tour of this because I'm not sure if there's any real areas that have been changed or not. I think it was more just bug fixing things that were wrong in the original release, things with like trigger points and stuff like that. We'll let our worker carry on. Going to do anything with these. We are going to have a bit of a look round because one of the things that a lot of people were reporting was they were having like floating pipes and stuff like that, floating objects around the farm. Maybe it doesn't affect people who start in new farmer. Might be only people who start in like farm manager or start from scratch, where these buildings and that don't exist. But like I say, I've not noticed anything floating about on my version. But like I say, I've just loaded it up. No mods really, nothing installed vehicle wise or anything like that, gameplay changing. All pretty much good to go. Like I say, I'm not even running the course play. Got some lights there. It's all good. I haven't even got in some of the Stevie's, like I say, I'm not even running like Stevie's mods. Horses, the little show jumping area. Got the cows. That area's still pretty much as it was. You start with a chainsaw, so I can't start lopping down all the trees. Joss skin is still there for the water trailer. Pretty good then. Right, we'll head over there. I've got the piggies obviously over here. On again, don't think any of these buildings you can go into, they're just static placeables. Let's see where Mr. Combine's got to. Yeah, he's doing alright, he's still running. One of the things to test, or we've got to test, is how well this combine handles the fields. Whether or not it has that issue where the header gets stuck on the ground. It's something that only happens with the oh look, it's our favourite worker. Hello, love. You've come to Fenton Forest to join me here. She stalks me. I reckon she's secretly in love with me, this woman. She was on our Estancia playthrough, which, if you was interested to know, has ended. The Estancia Lapacho Let's Play series has come to an end. Episode 59 is the final episode in that series. I have accomplished everything I wanted to do in that series. I've unlocked every achievement in game in that series. So, it's all good. Operate as a nearly full grain tank, really. We might want to unload you then when you get to the end and turn round. Now we've got a windrower, we've got a baler. Again, all useful stuff. Horseplay would come in very handy, of course, right about now for doing the gives us a great big truck. So what's the horsepower ratings on all these tractors then? What have we got? We've got 396 on that. We've got 517 on that. 450 on that. 300 on that. So we've got powerful tractors. Powerful tractors. And then we've got, well, because we've got fairly big equipment, haven't we? I suppose. That requires 240 horsepower, so actually using the 850 would be a bit overkill. Alright, we need to unload this fella. Unload this nice lady. Again, this is something that Courseplay can take care of us for us. Somewhere down the line. Get him unloaded, he'll restart. Hopefully restarts without missing anything. Yeah, very good. let's use this. We'll take out the straw wagon. We'll do some loading. We'll do some straw loading. That's probably one of the better things to do. And we could test the straw sell point in that barn there. What I'll probably do as well, I'll probably tip all the wheat we harvest into that silo, and then extract it with the man truck to take it to deliver it wherever it needs to be delivered to. Lower the pickup, start him up, and like I say, we should be able to get all this loaded up. Like I say, once I've had a chance to play with the course play beta a bit on some of the other maps, on the standard in-game maps, not a mod map, and figure out some ins and outs. I'd be interested to see how good it is at doing straw collecting, grass collecting, hay collecting, etc., and how good it is at baling. Nice to get it set up though. Filling up pretty quickly, as you would expect. Big loading wagon this. Big tractor as well. So yeah, it's interesting that he's taken away some of the starting equipment for the tractors. There was another like trailer, wasn't there? And he's replaced it with an actual truck. He's giving you the extra Fenton as well, by the looks of it. It's interesting. And he's took away the extra New Holland, the little New Holland harvester. That's an interesting decision, because you could have harvested both starting fields at the same time. Now you don't have that luxury. I'm going to get full before we pick all this lot up. Yeah, look, just missed a bit on the end. I want to go this way. And then want to go past the sheep. That truck could be parked in an interesting spot. Let's just see. No straw. So the windrow sails are done. Now, one correction I have to make to obviously the map tour video that I did, which is up on YouTube, is that none of the bales that you see in here, or the ones lying around the farm anywhere, in any of the other sheds or near any of the animal pens are actually real bales. They're not. They're just decoration items. They can't be moved, they can't be sold, they can't be used in any way, shape or form. They are there purely and simply as decoration objects. Quite a bit of life and substance and style and that to the place. He's going to get full again going up there. And the tractor will need to swing round in a minute with the trailer and empty him. Made a nice little bit from that wool straw sale. Nice that you got stuff like that on the farm, so you haven't got to cart it too far. Helper A has a full grain tank. Right, we'll get to the end of this road, then we'll go in. We'll swing around to the other tractor and empty him. Should be nice. So we want that. He gradually gets a little bit further up the field each time. Or she does. Don't you, love? She's a good little worker, she is. We do like that little worker, she's quite nice. So what do we have in the way of crops? Or what do we start with? Anything? We start with a little bit. Prices don't look anything special, but we are playing on normal economy at the minute, so the prices reflect obviously that. I think. Go pick up this row of straw, which will fill this up, and then we can go and empty it. Pretty cool. A bit of first person camera. Look at that one. Of course, you can put it on the old cruise control. I forgot about that. When it took off on its own, I was like, have I found some way to hire a worker to do this? I forgot it's cruise control. And get nice and full. We go, 56,000 litres. JD. So we could go tip this in the pigs, but we're not gonna. Over there. Huh? That was weird. I got the pop-up to say I could store straw in that silo. Interesting. I didn't think that was possible until you'd put down a large silo extension. Which we don't own. So it's interesting, you can sell the straw, or it appears you can store it in the silo. Interesting choices there. So when we come past the pigs, we've got to remember we've got to turn this way. Want to drive into the correct side. £300 wage payment. Damn. I must admit, that's one thing I am going to like about the course play. Using that in future maps and playthroughs is the fact I'm not going to have to keep paying wages to workers who, for the majority of the time, are stupid and don't do that good a job. Not having to use the normal AI workers is going to be brilliant. Am I going to pick all that up? Yes. Hold on. Oh yeah, being able to use the course play is going to be fantastic. Need to obviously refresh my mind on how everything works now to program some of the courses for things like the combine emptying. And taking like crops to sell point or might be best to do it in stages. I think that's how it worked. I found it worked best for me in FS19 was to do like taking crops from field to silo, and then having another worker taking from silo to sell points. That way I could choose the destination each time they filled up based on the pricing. I think that worked a little bit better. The worker's going to get full again, and I imagine she'll just get past the tractor and then get full, which makes it a little bit easier for me to unload them. Looks like I did miss a bit of straw, perhaps, just next to that tractor. Oh, Pare has a full grain tank. I've nearly got a full wagon. I have got a full wagon. 9,000 litres. Right, we'll get in here, we'll unload it. And we'll let her carry on. She seems to be doing alright thus far. Right, we'll take this, get it sold. It's strange that I can tip it. I must admit, I do find that a little bit odd. That I can overload it. I am going to move that truck as well. I'm going to put it under the collection point. $3,530. Yeah, I'm going to park that truck down there. Makes a bit more sense. That must have been where he stopped last time and unloaded. He's done the same there. He's missed a spot back there. No, he hasn't. He's picked the spot up. Must be where he got full. Whirling round. Should hopefully pick it. Oh no, look, he misses a little bit. Which you can soon harvest back up, hoover back up. That's not a problem. Get to the end of the row, we'll stop, we'll take the other trailer and get him tipped into the silo, make sure that's all functioning properly. Then we can see where it goes from there, can't we? But yeah, worker doesn't appear to be having any problems with that harvester. Hasn't got stuck. Hasn't had some of the issues like I've seen it have on other maps, mod maps. The American Outback one springs to mind. I had to get rid of it on there because it just kept getting stuck all the time. I'll leave you there. Let you park you out the way, or as out the way can be. Is going to be about here. Get full coming down this row, so we might as well go take this tippet. tip the wheat in there. Worked quite well.
Do you want to?
No, I'm okay, thank you. Turn round, then he's going to get full. This is the 1050s. This is the bigger of the two Fents. Probably drive with you this time, pal. Get you loaded as we go. Get a decent amount of stuff in here. Definitely do with a faster harvester though. I perhaps wouldn't use this harvester in game myself. What's the capacity on it? 14,500. Okay. So actually, he didn't really empty, did he? He wasn't close to being full at all. He will be by the time we've driven down here. Another wage payment. He hit 56,000 litres there, and he's done. So let's go see then. Let's go test this out by dropping it off in the silo. Because I'm a bit surprised that you can unload straw into the silo. I don't know if there'll be any issues getting it back out or not. Look. So we need to... let's go. So apparently we've got some wood chips in stock. That's interesting. Bit of a mixture of everything. Get down here, lift up, switch off. Let me think. Might as well drive him down to the end. Chucking up a lot of dust. How's the old... not seeing any errors in the log file. Apart from with some of the mods I've got selected. He's got a nearly full grain tank. Not a full grain tank, so we could fill with wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, seeds, total mix ration, chaff, wood chips, silage, grass, hay, straw. We've even got some pig food in there. Interesting. Right, he's going to stop shortly, I would have thought. There she goes. Finish soon. Got some contracts. Fertilising. Harvesting. Canola in field 7. Harvesting in field 11. No, we're not doing potatoes. That takes forever. Barley in field 4. Field 4 should be a big square field, I think. If I remember right. No, it's not. It's one of these dodgy shaped ones. I think if I was playing this as a Let's Play, I would go for field 8 probably as my next purchase. Then I'd go 3 and 5. I would then maybe look at 14, 13 and 12 because they're decent shaped. I'm not a big fan of fields like some of these. I mean, that one's probably not too bad, providing you can maybe trim that bottom bit off. Put some square edges on it, make it a bit square shaped, a bit more rectangular. Because otherwise, the AI workers are just going to have a flipping nightmare trying to work the fields. Courseplay should fix it, of course, which is now available in beta. You can go test that out. You'll get full going down here, and then we'll go and take it to the Windrow farm sales. Windrow sales. $56,000 litres, off we go. Sell point. Get another 56,000 litres sold. I'm only getting 35 quid for it here. 38 quid for it. That's not very good pricing. BGA's offering more, and the animal dealer's offering even more for straw. Our own sell point ain't all that great then. Probably explains why you can tip it into the silo then, so you can put it in the proper truck to take it and sell it somewhere that actually pays more for it. So as nice as that sell point is, and it looks pretty and it's all very attractive, I think I'd probably use the bale barn mod, because the pricing in that is a bit more competitive. In fact, the pricing in the bale barn mod is very competitive because it cuts out the middleman. You sell direct to the customer, and no one else is taking their share. So effectively, the price that obviously the animal dealer is offering you is not the price that they would then sell the straw to someone who's coming to buy a load of straw, maybe some of the other farmers and that. They would obviously put their markup on the straw and then sell it so that they make a profit. The bale barn mod, you sell it at the price that they are selling it for, which means you make a significant bigger profit, as you saw in my Estancium series. We went from getting sort of 10 grand a trailer load at the animal dealer to get in, you know, 19 grand a trailer load once we got our own sell point in place. Dumper A has a nearly full grain tank. Well, when it's full, we'll whiz round and empty her. Not going to pick all this up. Oh, it did actually. That's interesting. So basically all this straw that I'm picking up at this moment, all it's doing is paying the wages of the lady sat in the harvester. It's paying her wages for the day. Which to pick up off, because then you can whiz around a lot faster. Whilst the pickup's running, you're kind of limited in your speed. Switch the tools off and the tractor can drive at its normal speed again. Oh, train running lot. Wonder if the traffic direction's been changed in this version. Does the traffic drive on the correct side of the road now? Doesn't look like it. No, traffic's still driving on the wrong side of the road, Stevie. If you're trying to make this into like a British map. $56,000 litres hit at that point there. I'll tip some in here. This is where the piggies want it. Have some straw, piggies. There's not that many of them, to be fair. I think there's only, what is there, 9 piggies. Yeah, there was me thinking I'd be getting a nice little break from Farming Simulator after finishing off my Estancia series. And then Stevie comes out with version 2 of the map to test. So I figured I would normally be recording Estancia today, some Farming Sim for my Let's Play. Why not do a live stream of me testing this map out? Seeing if we can find any issues with it or problems or find anything wrong. $28,000 litres. Might actually drive with it all the way to the end. Nearly to the end. Got a slightly better trailer load. Right, we'll go tip these in the silo. We'll then load the man up and take the man for a drive and see where we can go and sell some of this wheat. Here we go. Yeah, it's definitely fixed the triggers. For your tipping points. Right, so where's a good place then for selling wheat? Who's offering a good price? All of these. Fenton Mill. Port Northwest. Go to Port Northwest then. I don't know where it is. Apparently it's in this direction. So the beacon says. I'll get out of the farm first. Hang a left out of here. You know what would have worked really well? Oh, what would have worked really, really well is if I'd actually bothered to fill this thing. Spot the mistake. No one in chat told me, did you? You're just like, let him get there. Let him get to the sell point and then realise he hasn't actually filled the trailer. People. Does it hold 60,000 litres? $50,000 litres, 48,000 litres. I can see me getting a Stevie pace setter with extensions. That'll be on my shopping list. That's going to be definitely, I think, pretty much any of my playthroughs now going forward. Pace setter is probably going to be my go-to. I like the distinction, but the pace setter beats it for capacity. And capacity is king, because the fewer times you have to go and empty it, the better. The more times a harvester can tip into it, again, the better. We've got a crane. Ooh, that wasn't there last time. That's a new. There wasn't a crane on the map originally in V1, or at least I didn't see it in my first look map tour video. In here then. So we can't tip that there. That must be the, I think that's the dairy farm, isn't it? Sorry, that's the dairy place. Then we've got the biogas plant opposite. Oh, that's interesting. The trailer collides with the building. Take a screenshot of that. Stevie probably needs to be told that this particular trailer does not like tipping in that zone because it crashes into the Clydes. So yeah, we've got the biogas plant there on the left hand side. And this is the, and I say that was the dairy where you sell the milk sales. New Holland's nearly done. Yeah, that crane definitely wasn't there last time. There was just a like a platform where you could load stuff onto the train. So he's definitely added that in this version. Obviously wants to put some logs and stuff. Wants you to be able to load logs. Fenton's Forest Farm, says the road sign. Dogs are fighting. Dogs are fighting. Now Sue's getting her arse kicked. Yes. They're terrible, these dogs. Terrible. Dylan especially and Razzle. Fucker. You want to stay where you are, Bob? You've got any sense? Yeah, you can stay in here. Stay in here. You don't go anywhere near them, Bob. Oh, we'll carry on picking up the straw. Harvester's nearly finished the third field, but it's taken all morning. I've still got one more field to do. Which is just as big. Having a second harvester probably would be a very useful thing. Is the worker doing? No. No. You've done a pretty decent job up to this point. Don't spoil it now. By reversing halfway down a flipping field. Maybe it's too close to that road. Well, it senses the trees, because as I discovered on the my Estancia Lapacho series, the AI worker and the collision boxes on some of these objects, trees and that, really don't work. So one of the things I would be very tempted to do first off, if I was playing this as a Let's Play series, would be to invest in the brooks and remove all the trees that are close to the field edges, so the AI worker doesn't have a freak out. I mean, course play obviously would solve it, because you can program it to do headlands first, and it's a lot more intelligent at working fields. But still, I'm not a big fan of putting objects, collisionable items, right up against field edges. Don't like that. Never been a fan of maps which have stuff right on the edge of fields. Never understood people's obsession with the British maps where they have like bloody hedges right on the edges of fields and fences and stuff, because it just makes it freaking such a ball ache to try and work. Especially if you've got large equipment, because you're trying to actually, you know, do things quick. I absolutely hate farming with like the bloody 1 metre ploughs and cultivators and stuff. You know, give me the 15 metre stuff. the 18-metre stuff. So yeah, some of them trees are going to have to go. I'm going to have to invest in a chainsaw and a stump grinder. But I would use the Brooks, I think. It's easier. It's a great mod. Wipe out. Emptying. So yeah, it worked the field very well up until that last strip down this side, and then it kind of all went a bit peaked on because it started reversing and mucking about. I know Stevie can't do anything about that. That's the AI and how the AI reacts to field edges and objects and stuff. But perhaps when putting fields into maps, you've got to just think, you know, you are dealing with stupid AI workers. Let's try and make their life easier. And tip this. Okay, the harvester down to field 2. Get him started on that. Port Northwest was offering the best price for wheat. Let me tip there. Field 2. And we get to it without colliding with all the trees. Another good reason to remove a lot of the trees, so you can actually drive the harvesters around with the headers attached. Struggle to cut through anywhere now. How am I going to get through there to get to my field? Through here, perhaps? That'll do. Ooh. Again, I'm sensing it's probably going to have some issues with this edge. Crop destruction because of the trees being quite close. Let the worker work. We've got equipment wise, you've got 396 horsepower. Means what's the combi plough? 420. I really need to switch it, don't I? Need to switch tractors and trailers. You're going to need to be on the plough. You're the only one that can pull it. So the quality plough, this being the default in-game one, is just a cultivator. It's not actually a plough. That's an interesting turn of events then. I don't think we start with a plough, do we? In our garage full of equipment. A seeder and a corn header. Windrower. Header. Bale trailer, baler. No plough. That's rather interesting then. Makes you wonder why it gives you the quality plough in your starting fleet. Because that will cultivate and seed at the same time. What? Needs lime? You're having a Turkish bath, ain't you, mate? I turned lime off, didn't I? Maybe it's these initial first phases. Please get to the bottom before getting full. Please don't unload on the wrong side. Do we not have the manure spreader anymore either? No, we do. We've still got the manure spreader and the slurry spreader. I didn't notice that. Quite honest. And they weren't vehicles I used in my Estancia Let's Play series. The manure, I didn't use a manure spreader. I used one once. I wasn't very impressed with it because you couldn't unload it. I thought you could use the manure spreader to transport manure. the biogas facility. And you can't. So yeah, I kind of removed that. But the slurry spreader was one of the things that I looked at doing. Uber Stick Mine. Hello, Uber Stick Mine. Hello in the chat there. He's not actually all that full. Can hold 14,000 litres. Hopefully do a couple more rows on this field. Right, let's have a look then. Where is Culti Plough? Culti Plough is there. Do the old bale loading. We'll get the rest of this straw picked up. Then we'll go down to field 2. Pick up on field 2. Get the straw done down there. Yeah. Two more rows to do, but he's going to get full halfway down this one. Then we'll take him off and let's get them sold at, get the straw sold at the farm store, the windrow. Unless we go for a drive to the animal dealership, because that's not actually all that far away. Animal dealership, because I think that offers the best price, doesn't it? Quick check on the old in-game mappage. Well, actually, the BGA offers the best price. We'll go to the animal dealer, we'll test that. We'll test tipping there, and then the next trailer load we can take up to the BGA. And then we've done all different sell points, all the straw sell points. We've ticked them off, we checked them off, we know that they work on this map. I go right, I think it was. This tractor may be a little bit big with these twin wheels for this road. There's a field there. That's new. Don't think there was a field there in the first version of the map. I could be wrong. Yeah. We've got to find the animal dealer. He's up here. And then once we've done with the animal dealer, we can go into where do you normally tip? Is it here? Yeah. Overload the straw here. Pick up your animals from the other side. I think that's how this works. Now I've got to be able to get out of here. And it ain't going to be down there. Ooh, this could be interesting. How do we get out of this cell point? I think I'm just driving down to somebody's house. Oh, that's a bit tight, Stevie. It's a bit tight. Some of this equipment. I can see why we've got that man truck now in this version of the map. Probably going to be essential for delivering to most of these, a lot of these cell points. I did say in my first look map tour video for the version 1 that some of the roads seemed a bit narrow, and getting around on some of the equipment in the game might be a little bit of a challenge. So what we'll do is we'll go up to the biogas with the next lot of straw we harvest from this field. There should be a good collection of it somewhere. Well, as I'm probably not going to get 3 rows, am I? In this baler. But we'll run it up to the biogas plant then, because they obviously offer a better price for it. And it'd be interesting to see if Stevie's tweaked the biogas to make it accept more stuff, or whether you're still limited to 49,000 litres. For some reason it didn't put the factor down. There we go. There we go. Well, I assume we'll get all the way to the top here, spin round, come back. We'll be pretty done, I think. Yeah, I'm picking up all of this. Oh. Good. We may actually get all this picked up, of course, because this row is only going to be a little bit of straw. Because this was like the little strip that it hadn't done. So you could actually probably narrow this field in. One of the things I haven't looked at yet is the landscaping. What textures we get. Do with the painting. All the straw picked up. To the biogas plant then. Quickly, let's have a quick look. Ground type. A few textures. What you been doing, dog? You been naughty? You been misbehaving? You been bad girl? Was you bad girl? Was you fighting? Yeah, you was, weren't you? You was naughty. No good coming to me, you won't get any sympathy. No. Helper F as a full grain tank. Right, that's the harvester full up then. Wherever he is. Big grass field, obviously field 8. If you want to get into the grass and silage making business, you can do so right there. I really don't like this driving on the wrong side of the road business. Right, so we can actually turn in here, which is useful. Now I've got to figure out where we tip straw. I'm assuming it's going to be in this spot up here. Okay, so the biogas plant on this map processes a hell of a lot faster than on the default maps. That's brilliant. You can bring up huge trailer loads of stuff then and tip without having to do it in 50,000 litre steps. So that's a welcome change, Stevie. Definitely like that. Because that's one of the things that kind of annoyed me in my Estancia series, especially the last couple of videos where we was doing like slurry and manure, taking slurry and manure and silage up to the biogas plant. The fact you had to sit there and transfer 50,000 litres at a time wasn't very helpful when you had like a 150,000 litre trailer. You was having to unload it in 3 stages, which obviously took up quite a bit of time, and it didn't process very quickly. The processing though is on a timer, and it's linked to your in-game speed. So you'd have to really crank up the in-game speed to get it to process, so you could tip and empty the trailer. Nice to see that Stevie's thought of that on this map and changed it so the biogas plant processes so you can actually tip your whole trailer and empty your old trailer. You don't have to wait. So you can definitely run backwards and forwards with a few trailer loads of stuff. Now we'll start the straw collecting on field 2. But I've obviously got to get round to it. It's going to take me a while to figure out the best ways to get to the fields. That's why I figured field 8, 3, 5 would be sensible early progression. Then you're not having to travel around the roads to get to them. As I did say in my first look map tour video, Stevie does provide quite a bit of area on these maps, although one of the things I did notice, or didn't notice, when we drive down here, sheds have gone. In my first map video, there were some sheds down here. Alright, no, they're on field 3, aren't they? I'm maybe getting confused. I think they're field 3. I think field 3 is where they're at. Right, so we'll get to the end here. We need to unload him. He's actually managed quite a lot of this field, to be fair. We only managed 2 rows on field 1 before it was full. This has managed a hell of a lot more. A hell of a lot more. Right, so we've got this thing here. I'm not so sure. Do I want to use that? I feel like, I don't know why, we've got that one there. Obviously we've got this one there, we've got the other one. I just feel like we're a tractor light. Honestly, I just feel as though we're perhaps a tractor light. Because I kind of need to be lime spreading in field 1, and we don't have a free vehicle. Unless I do take the John Deere. The 6R. Definitely something we want to kind of have a look at. So a tractor would be a good investment, another tractor's to start with. Not been down to the store yet. $56,000 litres, full. So we'll go and sell this then. Windrow sales. We don't get a lot of money. 2,000. My word, that is stingy pricing. So stingy. Bail bar mod to the rescue. Right, we'll position him here. So we are going to drop that. I don't need the front forks anytime soon because I'm not going to be doing anything with bales. If I was doing anything with bales, I would get the auto-loading bale trailer ASAP. And I'm not talking about that one there. I'm talking the Flegel, the good one. And I would do round bales instead of square bales. Right, so we're going to want this thing, the bradle. Helps if I can turn it the right way. Come on. What's it full of? Oh, it's full of fertiliser. Right, is there any way to unload this? Of fertiliser? Well, there is, but that's not very useful. That wasn't very useful at all, being able to do that, I'll be quite honest. Because now I'm probably going to struggle to get them back. Will it let... Is it gonna... Those pallets are probably lost for good. I don't think you can even reverse it in there. You might be able to. No. Is the answer. We need to get rid of this fertilizer somewhere. If you can't empty it, then I'm thinking the machine should probably start empty, perhaps, maybe. I can load up with lime then. Cost me £4,000. £4,690. That's not cheap. It's convenient having it right there on the farm, but it's not cheap. You can lime spread them for me. You're nearly full, but at least you're going to be on the right side to unload, which is even better for me. Drive alongside it. Get it all nicely emptied. Then we can take this and stuff it in the silo. Right, so you're going to go do one more strip. And you're going to turn the right way this time. Excellent. So at least it is going to actually harvest fully this time on this field. Drive down with it. Because I doubt we're going to get full. We might do. But I would be surprised. And we are done. Worker is finished. That's the field harvested. So let's go tip this in the silo. All looking pretty good. Overload oats. He's nearly caught up with the plough. Tank is empty. Good. That'll let the plough at least get away from the line spreader for a bit. It'll let me pick up the rest of this straw. It's moved. Wonder how many times, I wonder if I could have a pound for every time she says I'm not being funny downstairs. I'll tip that. Right. That's done there. I'm in that. So I need to go and fill that up again in a minute. Take this back to the farm. He's done for the day. Oh. That bit up. Hold that up. So where do we park this thing on this map? Guessing we can put it in here. Looks wide enough. Got the corn header in there at the minute, so we can put it in. I'll probably put it at an angle. I know I could technically unfold it, but catch that. We'll then back him up over here, then he's out of the way. Still get the other Fenton in there in a moment or two or three. Anyway, I'm going to go take a bit of a break. I'll probably come back to this map and do some more testing on it a little bit later on this evening. I will probably whack in a couple of Stevie's other mods as well to test their compatibility with the map, and obviously give me some slightly better choices of tractors and equipment to use on the map. I may also give myself a little bit of extra cash in the XML file so we can buy some more fields and have a look at farming some of the other fields, seeing how well everybody handles the other fields, see if they all get worked properly. So thank you everyone who has tuned into this afternoon stream so far. As I say, I will be back later on this evening to do some more testing on this map. So for now, from me, it's goodbye.